Good morning, everyone. My name is Teacher Jarrett. And today we are going to be learning about how people help out in the community, okay? So let's read. I'll read first and then you can read. Genre, fantasy. Essential question. How do people help out in the community? So we can see some bunnies here, little rabbits, right? They're playing. And before we go down there, let me erase this. We'll practice reading this and then we'll go down. Okay. Genre, fantasy. Essential question. How do people help out in the community? Okay. So now we see our story title. The story name is Thump Thump Helps Out. Okay, so when you learn the TH sound, does anyone remember what we have to do when we say the sound? I just did it. If you remember, raise your hand. Ooh, I want you to tell me. Yes, our tongue has to go between our teeth and out of our mouth, okay? So when we say thump, thump, you see our tongue has to come out of our mouth, okay? So let's try again. Thump, thump. Did you do it? Did you get it? Okay, very good. So let's read this title together. Thump, thump helps out, right? So we are going to go to the next page and see who Thump Thump is and see how he helps out his friends and his community, okay? Let's go. All right, so Thump Thump liked to thump. And so thumping is when you go boom, 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 right? You can see here with his foot on the ground and it's going up and down, bum, 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 bum. He thumped a lot as he sang. So he would go, right? So he would sing, and he would thump at the same time. He thumped a lot just for fun, okay? So let's read this together. This is hard because it has a lot of TH sounds, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to underline all the TH sounds, okay? So then we know that when we see the red line, we need to say th with our tongue outside of our mouth, okay? All right, so let's read this together now. Thump, thump, liked to thump. He thumped a lot as he sang. He thumped a lot just for fun. Okay, very good. The TH is very hard, but you did a good job. If you want to keep practicing, you can just rewind and keep listening to me read and then reading yourself, okay? All right, so let's go to the next page and see more about Thump Thump. Hush! Stop that, Thump Thump! Yelled all the little rabbits. We do not like it one bit. But Thump Thump did not stop. All right, so let's read this together now. Hush! Stop that, Thump Thump! Yelled all the little rabbits. We do not like it one bit. But Thump Thump did not stop. Okay, very good. We can see here's Thump Thump and he's thumping, and all of the little rabbits said, "Oh, shh, no." But Thump Thump did not stop, right? So next page. One day, there was a problem. Thump Thump's bus hit a rock. Bang! Crash! Clunk! His bus got stuck in the mud. The little rabbits could not fix it. Oh no! See, here's all the little rabbits on the bus, and they hit a rock and got stuck. So they wanted, but they couldn't move, right? No moving. So let's read this together. One day, there was a problem. Thump Thump's bus hit a rock. Bang! Crash! Clunk! His bus got stuck in the mud. The little rabbits could not fix it. We wish big rabbits could get us home, sniffed the little rabbits. Help us, yelled Miss Sheldon. She's the big rabbit here. But not one big rabbit heard her call. Oh no, the rabbits are stuck. There's Thump Thump, there's the Miss Sheldon, and there's the little rabbits in back, right? Okay, let's read this together. We wish big rabbits could get us home, sniffed the little rabbits. Help us, yelled Miss Sheldon. But not one big rabbit heard her call. Oh no. So, well, before we go down, does anyone think they know what can happen next? I think Thump Thump will help. Can you think of how? If you have an idea, raise your hand. Okay, I want you to tell me. Okay, you think Thump Thump will run to get an adult rabbit. That's one idea. You think that Thump Thump will sing and thump really loud to call for the adult rabbits. That's good. Oh, you think Thump Thump will use his cell phone to call his mother or father and they can come to help. That's a good idea too. Very good. Okay, now let's see what really happens. Okay. Thump Thump had a plan. I think I can help, he sang. He thumped and thumped and thumped. Wow. All right, now we have a lot of TH words here, so I'll underline them again, okay? Here's one, think. That's also a TH word. All right, so let's read this together now, okay? Thump Thump had a plan. I think I can help, he sang. He thumped and thumped and thumped. Wow, very good. All right, let's erase this. Go to the next page. Big rabbits all over heard Thump Thump's thump. Wow. They rushed to help fix the bus. The kids got home fast. Wow. So, some of you were right with your ideas. Thump Thump sang a song and thumped his foot, boom, 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 boom. And all of the rabbits heard the sound and came to help, right? Very good. Now let's read this together. Big rabbits all over heard Thump Thump's thump. They rushed to help fix the bus. The kids got home fast, right? Wow. Okay. So we know fast means to go somewhere really fast, right? So slow means to go like this, right? My hand is moving very slowly. Now, if we do this, pshoo, my hand moved very fast, right? All right, so let's go to the next page. Thump, thump, can you help us? Asked the big rabbits. We want you to thump loud and long if a rabbit needs help. Wow. So now all of the adult rabbits, or the big rabbits, like to hear thump thump, right? Because if there's a problem, thump thump can be very loud when he thumps, right? And so if an adult rabbit hears a thump, they know there's a problem, and they will run, 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 run to go and help, right? So let's read this together now. Thump, thump, can you help us? Asked the big rabbits. We want you to thump loud and long if a rabbit needs help. Wow, very good. Thump, thump, went Thump, thump with a song. And thump, thump, thumps and brings help to this day. Wow. So let's read this together. Thump, thump, went Thump, thump with a song. And thump, thump, thumps and brings help to this day. Very good. So this story was a little funny, right? Because the rabbit's name was Thump Thump, and he liked to thump his foot, right? So there's a lot of thumps in this story, okay? So let's go to the next page. Okay, so now we are going to talk about character, setting, events. A character is a person or animal in a story. The setting is where a story takes place. The events are what happens in a story, okay? Now let's talk about finding text evidence, okay? Use the words and pictures to find the events that happen in the story. So here it says, Thump Thump liked to thump. He thumped a lot as he sang. He thumped a lot just for fun, right? So let's read all of this together. I'm listening. It's your turn to read now. Character, setting, events. A character is a person or animal in a story. The setting is where a story takes place. The events are what happens in a story. Okay? Now let's go to the next part. Find text evidence. Use the words and pictures to find the events that happen in the story. Now, page 76. Did you hear the thump, thump, thump? That's because my father is working on the house. So we might hear some thump, thump, thumps while we're in our lesson, okay? So now let's read this. Thump, thump liked to thump. He thumped a lot as he sang. He thumped a lot just for fun. Okay? So now we can see the characters, setting, and events chart, right? So usually we will make the chart by ourselves, but today we have the chart right here. It's already made for us. So characters, setting, events. So the first there was Thump Thump, and he lived in the forest, right? He thumped his feet a lot. Next, the rabbits were in the forest. The bus hit a rock and got stuck in the mud. Okay? And finally, Thump Thump was in the forest. He thumped his feet to get help, right? So the whole story was in the forest, but it was near Thump Thump's home first. Then it was in the forest when the rabbits were on the bus. And then it was at the end when all of the adult rabbits came to get help, right? So let's read this together. Characters, setting, events. Thump Thump was in the, First, Thump Thump was in the forest. He thumped his feet a lot. Next, the rabbits were in the forest, and the bus hit a rock and got stuck in the mud, right? Good. Fine. Well, not finally, we'll say then. Thump Thump was in the forest, and he thumped his feet to get help, right? Now, finally, the last part of the story was that the adult rabbits, or the big rabbits, wanted Thump Thump to do something, right? So let's make the last part here. Thump, Thump, and big rabbits, right? So Thump Thump, finally it was Thump Thump and the big rabbits, right? Let's do this. Oh. All right, so now let's do the last part. Okay, so finally there was one moment. I don't know what happened. Okay, now we got it fixed. Okay, so it was Thump Thump and the big rabbits, and the setting was in the forest, right? And then what was the last thing that happened in this story? Does everyone remember? The adult rabbits did what? If you know, raise your hand. I want you to tell me. Yes, the adult rabbits asked Thump Thump to thump if any other rabbit needed help, right? So let's type that here. It's asked Thump Thump to thump if any rabbits needed help, right? Okay. So our last part of the story is finally Thump Thump and the big rabbits were in the forest. The big rabbits asked Thump Thump to thump if any rabbits needed help, right? All right, now it's your turn to read. You're reading. Thump Thump and the big rabbits were in the forest. The big rabbits asked Thump Thump to thump if any rabbits needed help. Okay? Okay, now this says, talk about the characters, setting, and events in Thump Thump Helps Out. Well, we just did that here, right? So let's read this part and then we'll go to the next page. Talk about the characters, setting, and events in Thump Thump Helps Out. Okay? All right, so now if you want to practice this again, you can hit pause and stop to read again by yourself. But now I have to erase it so we can learn more things, okay? All right. Now, writing and grammar. Readers 2. Organization. Trish wrote a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. Trish's story. King Beach is a big mess. Seth and Liz pick up trash. Now the beach is clean. Okay. So now your turn. Tell what happens in the beginning, middle, and end of Trish's story. Okay? So first let's read everything, and then we'll talk about the beginning, the middle, and the end. Okay? So your turn to read. Writing, and grammar. Readers 2. Organization. Trish wrote a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. Trish's story. King Beach is a big mess. Seth and Liz pick up trash. Now the beach is clean. Yeah, yeah, woo! Right? So your turn. Tell what happened in the beginning, middle, and end of Trish's story. Okay, so who knows what the beginning of this story is? If you know, raise your hand. Okay, I want you to tell me. What's the beginning of this story? So the beginning means it's the first part of the story, okay? Oh, you are so smart. The beginning of the story is right here. 1. King Beach is a big mess, right? So there's the first part of the story. Now what's the middle? Does anyone know the middle? If you do, raise your hand. Oh my, I want you to tell me. Yes, the middle is Seth and Liz pick up trash. Very good. And now what is the end? Do you know? Yes, the end is that the beach is clean, right? So our story has 3 parts, a beginning, a middle, and an end, okay? Now, let's erase this and go to the next page. Okay, so writers, proper nouns. A proper noun begins with a capital letter. The name of the place, King Beach, is a proper noun. King Beach is a big mess. Your turn. Find other proper nouns in Trish's story. Write new sentences with proper nouns, okay? So let's see. Let's read this together first. Writers. Proper nouns. A proper noun begins with a capital letter. The name of the place, King Beach, is a proper noun. So we can see that there are capital letters here, right? Big letters. See, this is a big B right here, and this is a little b right there. See? The big B has boop, boop. The little b only has one little part, okay? So, let's read this. King Beach is a big mess. Now your turn. Find other proper nouns in Trish's story. Write new sentences with proper nouns. Okay? So let's go back up to Trisha's story and find more words with capital letters. So here's king and beach, right? So those are big. And now S is also big. And Seth is a name, right? So that is also a proper noun. Now, can anyone find the last proper noun? Is it this? No, 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 no. Now is not a name of a place or a person. It is a capital letter because it is the beginning of the sentence, right? So the beginning of the sentence always gets a capital letter. So that's not right. Do you know? Let's all yell it together, okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3. The fourth proper noun is Liz! Did you get it? I think I heard most of you say it. So the last proper noun here is Liz, right? Because that's someone's name and it has the capital letter, right? Okay, so now let's write a few sentences with proper nouns. Okay. Oh, I did it again. I'm so silly. Jarrett likes to go to China to eat dumplings. Okay. So this sentence has 1, 2 proper nouns, right? Because Jarrett is my name, and China is the name of a place, right? Oh, okay. China is the name of a place. Okay, so Jarrett has a capital J, and China has a capital C. Now, can you think of any other proper nouns? Let's see. Mrs. Lee likes to go to... Where does Mrs. Lee like to go? Do you have any ideas? Yes, Mrs. Lee likes to go to Walmart to buy clothes, right? So here's another example. Mrs. Lee, right? Because Lee is her name, so it's a proper noun, likes to go to Walmart, because Walmart is the name of a place, right? It's the name of a store. So that has a capital letter, and this is a capital letter, right? So Mrs. Lee likes to go to Walmart to buy clothes. Okay. So now it is your turn to practice, but we will read these first, and then you can practice by yourself, okay? So it's your turn to read. Jarrett likes to go to China to eat dumplings. Good. Mrs. Lee likes to go to Walmart to buy clothes. Good job! Yeah, very good. Now, you can take some time and practice with your mother or father or brother or sister and write some sentences with proper nouns, okay? Remember, proper nouns are the name of a person or a place, okay? And when you write a proper noun, it must have a capital letter. So that means it's a big L or a big W or whatever letter that word starts with, okay? So that is all we have for today. So I'm going to say bye-bye, bye-bye. And I will see you next time, okay? So we will keep learning more next time about helping in our community. All right? All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.